Hello, everyone. Welcome to Heart Alchemy Yoga on YouTube. I'm Michelle Goldstein, and today I am going to lead you through a restorative yoga practice. This is one of my favorite ways to practice. So let's grab a bolster, a blanket, and 2 blocks, and let's set up to chill out, restore, rejuvenate, and revive. So we'll start out with our blankets open to, usually they would be folded like this, typically in a yoga studio or at home. Open them to just the first opening of the fold, and we'll roll the blanket into like a long skinny roll up. And let's move the bolsters and the blocks out of the way so that you have space to lay your long skinny roll up on your mat and lay your shoulder blades just over the top edge of the blanket. So you've got a mini supported back bend here. Allow your eyes to close. Take a deep, clearing breath. And as you exhale, relax. And be mindful if there's something that feels like it needs adjusting so that it feels more comfortable. Then adjust there. Because in restorative yoga, it ought to feel kind of good. Like there should be a nice factor, an enjoyment within it. And with each exhale, notice a little more of a softening, a little more of a release, of a let go. Feel the skin on your face soften, your brow, your jaw, your lips, eyelids, arms heavy, legs heavy. As you allow the weight of your body to just sink down into the support of the space where you're resting. Beautiful. And then from here, we'll take a roll over onto our right side. So stay at the same sort of latitude of your body. Just roll onto your side. If you like, you can grab a block to rest under your head. If that feels like too much height, then you could also grab another blanket. I like to use my arms. So I rest my head on my arm with my elbow bent, and then the left arm, reach the left arm over your head, and I usually bend the left elbow, the top elbow, and with the bottom hand, in this case the right hand, I simply fold my right hand over my left upper arm and allow the weight and the leverage of my hand to help assist in the letting go. Very nice. And then from here, we'll simply roll over onto the other side. We'll roll onto the left side, set it up. Maybe make a pillow with your left arm, reach the right arm up and overhead. Bend the right elbow. If it feels good, you can grab onto the right upper arm with the left hand. And I can assure you, I've taught hundreds of restorative classes in studios and privates, and I understand that it's very different for everyone as far as the little nuances that you embody. So not everybody likes their hand placement this way or their knee placement this way. These are simply suggestions. And then allow your body to guide you. Very nice. Okay, from here, just gently press yourself up. Okay, we'll remove the blanket for now. You can actually leave the fold just like this because we'll reuse it in that same position. And from here, we'll take the bolster long ways across your mat like this. And we're going to set up for a restorative cobra on the bolster. So from here, we want the lower floating ribs to be just on the top edge of the bolster. And I usually take a block to rest my forehead down. Then you can have the toes tucked. In fact, I'm going to adjust my position on the mat so that I can get my feet on the mat for a little more padding on my toes. And allow your shoulders to move away from your ears. This is also an excellent abdominal massage in addition to the back bend. And again, allow now the front of your body to sink. The parts of you that touch the ground and the bolster and your block. Let those places especially melt down. And then now see, for me, now that I'm in this for a moment and my body is warming up, I can move the block down one notch and let my head rest a little lower to release the back of my neck. Very nice. Now from here, press yourself up. And we'll leave the block just like this if you're using one. If you don't have one set up like this, then set up a block so that it's at the medium level. And we're going to rest the bolster on the block. And we're going to set up for a restorative twist from here. So grab your blanket. I usually like to put a blanket between my knees in this position. You can start out on either side. I'm starting out on the left side, but you can start out with, let's all do that. Let's take the left hip to the bottom of the bolster. And you can either fan your knees out like this, like a windmill, or you can bring the knees together and put a blanket between your knees, which is what I choose to do. I don't like to do too much extreme twisting anymore. And then from here, you'll simply Lay your torso down onto the bolster and hug the bolster. You can turn your head either way, so it's actually really great if you can turn your neck to all the way to the left if that feels good. And it's also really great to keep your chin facing over the right shoulder if that feels good. All right, very nice. Gently blink your eyes open and we'll switch sides. So you'll turn and bring the right hip to the side of the bolster, and you can either keep your blanket between your knees or you can fan out your knees like a windmill. And then lay yourself down. Wrap your arms under the bolster, hug the bolster. And the softer and more relaxed we can become, the more effective the work becomes, the practice, the postures become. Beautiful. Okay, press yourself up. And from here, we'll remove the block from under the bolster. And we'll set up for Supta Baddha Konasana. So the way that I do this is I take the long skinny blanket, roll up, and bring your feet together and your sacrum bone against the bottom of the bolster. And you'll wrap the blanket around your ankles. And you might like to take each of your blocks and put one under each knee as well for some support for your hips. And then lay yourself down. Allow your eyes to close. And enjoy a few minutes here. Okay, gently bring some awareness back into your physical body. And bring your knees together. And sit yourself up. We'll remove the blanket from here. We'll take our blocks, turn them to the highest level, about 1.5 block widths apart, and we'll take the bolster and put it on top of the blocks to make like a little bridge, right? I like to take the blanket from here to keep myself warm and also to create a little bit of weight on my abdomen as I lie down. And we're going to lay down with our legs up on the bolster. So set it up so that your knees can be bent and you can make yourself as comfortable as you like under the blanket. If you use one, if you want one. It's kind of cold and rainy here as I film this today, so it feels extra nice. And allow yourself to rest here. This is one of the best positions to be in for cardiovascular health, lymphatic health, immunity. It helps to reduce inflammation and activate parasympathetic nervous system. Allow yourself to relax. And then relax more. All right, now from here, gently bend your knees more to your chest. and roll to your side. And take a moment here to simply feel into your body. And then press yourself up to sit. Sit yourself up tall, but also softly. Bring your palms together in front of your heart. Bow in. Namaste. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. I'm Michelle Goldstein. You're at Heart Alchemy Yoga on YouTube. We look forward to seeing you again. I hope that you have a restful and peaceful rest of your day. Be well.